Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold, episode number 14. So the one thing I almost neglected to do is create another light tank armor, light tank division. Not that I have many political points with which to do it, but we'll do it this way. We'll make you immediately a light armor. And the funny thing is, this is actually going to make both of these split. So this new one will get 10 fresh riflemen, but I believe the 4 cows we already have here will be split evenly because the demand is 100% for both. And this is actually going to mean that we'll have, instead of a trickle, one tank division, then next coming online, we're going to have one and then the other. And you know what? Because I kind of think it'll be fun, I am going to go with this gray on the outside. Yeah, I like that. It's going to be slightly easier to identify. So, that's my light armor. I mean, I could have gone with something colorful, but let's keep it at least semi-realistic. Black and white. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is actually transfer the artillery that need to be in the 7th to them directly. Because otherwise they're going to split their incoming with the 9th, and I actually want them fully ready to go so that they can contribute next turn, wherever we need them to contribute. As far as production overview, I think I need a few more staff if possible. Let's see where we can try to nab those. Here, but we'd have to get rid of machine guns to do it. Well, we'll have to get rid of some riflemen to do it, but I think we'll do that at Okayama then. So Okayama, which is I think the place where our headquarters is head towards, yep. It's going to produce more staff, and that's, I mean, completely unintentional, does not matter at all from a gameplay perspective, but from the standpoint that our headquarters is going to be right there, seems to make sense. So, we might need to roll off as well some of the political point production we currently have going. If we roll off at all, we will not have 80 political points next turn, but think about it. What do we need to do with our political points next turn? We have no upgrades pending. The only upgrades we have pending are the ones we do here. And I've been talking about this maybe doing artillery. We could also go with the medium tank. I usually don't do this until light tanks have been saturated because they share the same production base. Another thing I could do is actually just produce another factory, which would be fantastic. I mean, we can see that artillery, you just can't, you can't have enough of it, basically. It's always a good thing. So that's something to consider. Although, you can only have 10 artillery per hex. I mean, that sounds absurd to even have that much, but it does saturate. Maybe some dive bombers, I don't know. So that's the one thing I think we had to do before we end this turn. This unit has moved. It has. Good. So next turn will be right outside of Okayama. That'll probably be its resting place. We have some logistics. So let's move some units forward. We have 7 armored cars here. Let's move a whole bunch. I'm going to move 3 forward. That only took them down to 76 readiness. That's good. And we have 2 armored cars here. We're going to get a whole bunch of armored cars moved in from this group, but we'll move 1 more in from here. Still have plenty of railway capacity. And that might be just how things go now. That we end up with more rail capacity than we need. I mean, at least on turns like this, when we're producing so heavily in the political points, I suspect that's what will happen. So, do we want to cut back on political points and produce more riflemen? I mean, let's cut back and produce more riflemen and machine guns. Because eventually, like I said, we want to make that big swap. I want to have riflemen in reserve. And you know what? Another thing we're kind of missing is, not kind of, but are missing is supply. So we have to move them in chunks of, we'll wait on supply. We're not losing too much. I think we're dropping like 500 or so stockpile. If we are more aggressive with our offensives and we lose more people, we won't have to supply as much. So, sorry, I'm also still a little bit under the weather, so I apologize for my throat and the weird sound of my voice. Finish that sentence. Wow, very, very disjointed conversation I'm having. Monologue. Too many corrections. Move forward, Tortuga, move forward. So I'm hitting end turn without knowing if that was everything I wanted to do, because I just couldn't handle. Gotta get myself out of this mess, this verbal mess. First, let me actually reduce the volume of my speakers. Okay, so now we see. Okay, it didn't work that way. They actually all went to the first. Okay, that's also completely okay. So the first will be ready to move. We don't know exactly where they're going to move yet. This group got they're back up to 100. It's perfect. So for sure we do bombardment of this group with this unit, and we have the option of bombarding either the forest units or this with the second one. So let's first soften this one up, see if we need a second one. Sorry, I had to cough there. 5 dead. Wow, actually they did their work. 10 readiness, 4 entrenchment. I think that's good enough for us to attack. So we'll do all, but we're definitely not going to attack with, for example, the artillery. I don't want to attack with these guys over the stream, although they do open up another side, increase our concurrent bows. So yeah, we'll keep them. So this 83 will be dropped. We'll be keeping the people with the lowest army scores, so power points, ratings in the fights, so that basically the least experienced units get more experienced. And this has a power points of 4. We should just decimate this. We're right below the attack stack. Good concentric bonus. This should be brutal. Wow! We lost an armored car. Oh my gosh. Unexpected. Yeah, in some way it's fine because, again, we have armored cars to spare right now, and it doesn't take away from our city production. A little bit surprising. Must have been a lucky shot. A really, really lucky shot from one of the infantry, or a somewhat lucky shot from the infantry guns. Let's see if I can find an infantry gun so we can see their potency against armor. It's not bad. It's like 100, I think. Yeah, 300. So it's decent. They have a fair shot. Compare that with my armored car. Well, it has 2,000. So yeah, that's like a less than 10% chance of happening if they, and that's assuming that they actually line up and attack. The infantry gun attacks, I think, infantry first, not armor. So it must have been a lucky shot from a rifleman. Okay, so as we were saying, we have these two groups. They don't have a lot of engineering points left. So we'll just build a road, and we have -5 action points left, so that's probably all that he's going to be able to do. Can move this guy forward, just getting the small things out of the way. But then what we can do, okay, yeah, we're going to rough this unit up a lot, which means 159 is going to stay, so the 151 and the 148 will move forward. The 102 and the 159 are going to, I should say the 3rd and the 8th will be attacking this unit, bombarding it to the maximum stack I can for artillery without suffering like the overuse penalty, the diminishing returns. And we're getting very good effect here. Lots of units suffering. So 14 riflemen, 5 militia, lowering their readiness down to 30. Let me know, by the way, if I mean, maybe you don't really think about it or notice it until I mention it, but if recording videos with this hoarse voice is actually grating on the ears or annoying. I did it because I want to get these videos out. Basically, I assumed that the delay of the video is less utility to the world than a lesser quality video because of the poor voice quality, basically. That was my rationale. Which, is not necessarily true. Now, what I think I'm going to do here is something a little bit interesting. Oh, actually, I didn't. Why did I move this guy forward? Damn it. We should have attacked this unit first. Okay, good. I have 2 infantry that will attack this unit. This unit. I should have used the artillery, which was here, both of them, to not bombard, to bombard this one. They're extremely low on readiness. We might even leave them there. Ah, okay, let's attack with one. The lower of the two. This is just going to decimate them. They're in the swamp. I'm a little surprised that, oh, they're down to one. Okay, so this is going to be brutal. In fact, we're not even going... I'm just going to send one. I think I'm just going to send one infantry against them. Machine guns are a little low on right now. Okay, we'll send two. We'll send two. Ah! The very last turn, this guy retreated instead of dying. Otherwise, we would have got the card, the division itself, for one more political point. Brutal otherwise. Kind of expected. And we have one unit which can still bombard. I don't know if I'll attack this one, actually. So basically moving these units forward is more just to move them forward than it was to move them forward so that they could attack. So we don't know what will happen next turn. Actually, we're closing in on Yutuan. So if we hide the units real fast. Hide units. So we're very close to the city. We can actually set up bombardment of the city to lower their production value out of it. We're in the same situation with Kangxi, but I don't want to push because of the suburban setting. Okay, so we'll just keep moving north to south here. Let's attack this unit. We already attacked with this one, so we won't attack again. Actually, we could. I kind of wanted to save the armored cars, do like break the line with the infantry, and then push forward with the armored cars, the typical like Schwerpunkt Blitzkrieg follow-up, even though they can't really get that far. So let's attack with the best infantry that we have, which is this 92. So that means you and you will attack. Okay, so let's do it. You, and then yeah, good. Yeah, 149, perfect. So that is exactly what I want. Oh my gosh, we have lots of casualties. Holy cow. 24 and 3. Well, geez. Pretty much 1-to-1. No armored cars lost. Okay, yeah, we're going to follow up big time because I am very annoyed by that. And anybody who's taken large readiness losses is not going to contribute in the follow-up. So you, for example, will. You will not. Yeah, they all took losses. And you will. No, you won't, because I actually want the armored cars so that they have enough action points to get home. 61, 61, 62. Okay, so you're coming, and which of these two? This one, higher readiness. Okay, you three are going to get her done. This follow-up was much more successful. Okay, so 4, 1 to 23. 4 armored cars defeated, 11 militia. Good. So we just played the odds there. Eventually we got the numbers we wanted. Alright, let's move 50 back here. 40. Oh my god. I guess 40 back there and 81 back over here. Okay, good. We're all set. Establishing the same line as before. Those units will get reinforcements next turn. I actually have to remember to use my bombardment. I have this unit with a bombardment. I think I'm going to use it here. Let's just do it. Let's play it. Excuse me. Alright, 32%. Good. We can only hit one of these 3 without moving. I don't want to move, so we'd lose some of our effectiveness if we move. This is 11 and 2. This is more infantry, so we're going to go for that one. Looks good so far. Okay, that was pretty decent. Down to 4 readiness, and we killed 8 total. Well, 3 of those were militia, but 5 normal units. I think submachine guns actually take slightly more to produce. Wait, is that true? Or are they exactly the... Oh, we don't even have them researched. Well, we're not going to research them. They're really good in the... They have a 25% bonus to fighting in close quarters, like forest and urban environments or suburban environments. But they actually take a minus 25% penalty fighting in open territory, such as mountains of any kind, open fields, which is most of everything, marsh. So a lot of the territory, you have to... They're very territory dependent. So they're good in cities, they're good in forests. They're pretty bad everywhere else. So I prefer riflemen because you don't have to invest in riflemen and they're all-purpose already. So indeed. So we would definitely want to attack this unit. We have a 92 and 93 and an 88, so those two will attack. Just to push this guy out. Get some kills if we can. Yeah, that wasn't quite as good as I was expecting, but yeah, 1 and 7. 1 to 7 ratio. A few of them survived, but we just asserted our dominance. Just showing them who's boss. And they might actually take that seriously because it is Yutuan. So basically, we had all these elaborate ideas. Push over from the north, and then push over from the south, or push and cut them off. And really what's going to end up happening is we just push straight. Just push straight. And we should get the kill. Okay, so we have another unit here. You're going to have to move here before you can hit anybody. Oh, and there's 2 units there. So we just always target the place with more units. Didn't do too much. Well, we killed like 10, including an infantry gun and a truck. That's great. Dropped their readiness from 84 to 50 or so. Let's reinforce here and get the... Now that we know, we'll go here. And this unit can actually bombard this. See if they get anything done. It's a forest, but yeah, we're still getting some effectiveness. Good. Something. Killed 4 units, lowered their readiness from 90 to 70. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, so next turn we'll be getting ready for this big advance. And in fact, we can have these engineers. They don't have any engineering points. They can only build 2 roads, but we can build a road here and here. And we're just further allowing, yeah, we're just really putting ourselves in good position to reinforce this front. So we're in great shape. They can go ahead and build next turn one here. Actually, since they don't need to move forward, I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to move them here. So when they build their road, they move backwards. Because that's the direction I think that they're going to want to go. They're going to move here, probably up north, build more road here, connect eventually. Who knows? And we have to keep this HQ on a railroad to receive reinforcements easily from our Supreme headquarters. But frankly, we'd rather them be like right here to be in the middle of this front. And again, we probably can afford now to start pulling units off here. And yeah, I think we'll do that now. We are going to create our last headquarters. So you are here. And that yellow is a good idea. That yellow-green, I actually like the coloring. Let's make it a little bit more yellow. I don't want to make it too green because then it matches. Okay, well, we have purple taken. Actually, what I could do is make this one green because, no, I don't want it green because then it matches the green background behind the cities and I want to see the purple. What other colors can we choose? We have light blue, we can always go with like a dark, well, we have navy. I mean, we can't do navy because we have purple, light blue, green. Huh. Yeah, we could do a... Well, I mean, there's a lot of colors still left. We can do a red. We haven't done... Well, the enemy's red. That's why I'd prefer not to do that. Okay. Talking myself out of everything. I guess we'll just keep it where it is. I don't like it, though. It's probably one of those things I can do off camera. What about, like, a pink? Well, that's definitely going to stand out, so yes. In fact, that's perfect. There we go. I like it. It's distinct. That's the only thing we're worried about is distinction. So, you are going to be set up as an army headquarters, which means we're going to need more staff. Which means... yeah, probably cut off political points here, go 30 and 20. That's perfect. Lose a little bit on the political point front. We didn't need them this turn. What are we going to do for that, actually? What do we plan to do? I've never used half-tracks. I've always wanted to, but it's such a high investment. Plus they take oil. I really think we should go with Dive Bomber next, and that means we're going to have to invest another 80 into a factory. This is always a good one to get, very expensive as always because it affects the main body of your troops, but 25 extra hit points is great. Staff 2 is not bad either, gives you higher combat bonuses if you're using your headquarters well, which we are in this case, so. Of course we can always think about upgrading this, and I was thinking about why this is so expensive. I mean, if you're just going light tanks, it's probably better to go light tank 2 upgrade path. This impacts your medium tanks as well. So, that explains it, right? Because then you're getting the upgrade, the light tank 2 and medium tank 2 at the same time. So, that's not exactly true because you still need to buy the actual design, which isn't cheap. So we can make a new one for 42. And we cannot upgrade this one because we don't have anything to upgrade it with, right? We have no new techs. Okay. So we kind of got bogged down in basic descriptions. Are there any more attacks I want to do this turn? Not down here. Maybe here. With their bonuses, I'll probably leave them alone, which, by the way, was probably why we were taking so many hits from these guys. They did have this bonus, but I just ignored it. I think we're fine. This unit... I think we could use you here. You're probably going to be needed further west. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you probably need to move forward, even though you will outdistance this guy a little bit. He's probably not going to be in combat. Okay, you are ready to go, actually, completely ready to go. Oil, we're doing well. Okay, so we're doing a little bit better. Brutal attacks here. Gosh, down to 61. We probably still want to load up this area. I mean, yeah, I think we still want to load up this area with armored cars. I'll move them here, I think. Yep, I think that was a good call. We have lots of units here. We have 1 infantry, 2 armored cars, and an artillery. The other artillery we have here. This infantry's reserve. And we have 2 artillery. This one hasn't been used yet. My goodness, almost forgot. I guess the question was whether or not to attack this, or I don't know. But I think this, even though it's armored cars, I mean, first of all, maybe we get lucky. But at least we can destroy the troops. We did get a hit on an armored car, but not much got done. I mean, their readiness got lowered by a lot, but only killed 3 units. That's still something. That's going to prevent them from attacking And we're just wearing them out all over the front, so things are going pretty well. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's move this unit a little bit more forward so that when it gets reinforced next turn, it's a little bit closer to the front where it wants to be. And we actually need to create another armor group, and this one, I guess, just out of some sense of fairness, should go in the north. And we also have this artillery finishing here, so we should get an artillery in the north. Okay, and eventually we were talking about like the different ways you can do these models. I still strongly want to do a 7 and 15 for armored cars to make their attack stack 50, which is going to be equal to every other unit. It'll be equal. It's not bad where it is right now with a 33, but it just means that we have to attack in exactly stacks of 100, because you can't just attack with a stack of 50, which it would be nice. The 70 and the 7 armored cars plus 15 riflemen, I like the ratio a little bit better. It's more armored car heavy, which is fine. I mean, if we ever wanted, we can always divert this like 50-50 just to get some other armored cars if we want. I don't think that's what we want right now, but it's possible. So, how are we doing in terms of staff? Staff was 98%, 100, 103. But we're going to need more staff because, yeah, we have a new army. So let's assign the last one, Yuki Amano. I guess swap. Okay, there he's in. And we're going to transfer some staff over to him. There it is. And now he's going to start taking these units. At some penalty, mind you, but what we can do is take the worse off one. Just take the worse off one and switch him. These guys are so close to being attacked that I'm going to switch these guys though. We'll do that one. Okay. And the artillery here as well. So 27%. We're going to need some more staff. And we'll put... Uh-oh. Ugh, another cough. We'll put some armored cars in there. They're going to take a while. Did we? Oh, we actually lost armored cars too, so that's going to be a double pain. I really shouldn't have switched this division yet. I should have switched this one, but that's fine. I don't want to switch this one because we have, yeah, we're very close to the, we don't want to be attacked. Like this unit, oh, they have a truck. Oh, it's marsh, right? So they can't go in with this unit? Cannot. Although the AI can do weird things, so let's not take our chances, right? Although, I just have a strong feeling they're not going to attack. This one cannot. Okay, we'll leave it. One more turn, we'll leave it. Wait for some of the other guys to get patched up. Okay, good. So now this whole group will eventually be converted over to 3rd Army. Hooray! And then next turn, I think we'll be able to see the cows in action, which would be fun. So I don't know what else I might want to do. I don't know if do I want to attack? What is it? 3, 12. Let's do it, because it's armored cars. It's just a ton of armored cars. Wait, he's in the forest, right? I mean, fields, yeah. Okay, good. If he was in the urban, I would not be doing this. Actually, your readiness is so low, I'm not going to choose you. So we have 3, perfect attack. And that's good. So we brought him down to 9 readiness. We killed 2 armored cars, 9 riflemen at the cost of 2 riflemen. That's a really good exchange. We won't occupy this because, again, we want them to fill so that we can attack. Yeah, but we're knocking on the doorstep of Yutuan. They only have two, if I remember correctly. There's only two suburban provinces, hexes nearby, and they're to the north and northwest. They're not going to help in the defense. So this is it. And once we take these two, I think the snowball effect will start to factor in. I really want to have some bombers or airplanes of some kind by that point. It's nice to look at the map without the units, because then we can see clearly we want to connect this road. We'll do that next turn. We want to connect this road. 1, 2, 3 probably. We'll do that next turn. Not next turn, sorry. We'll do 1, 2, and 3 turns probably. This guy's coming, he's going to connect here. I guess we're not going to worry about upgrading any oils to level 3. By the way, upgrading to level 3 costs 100 political points, which is a little more than we want to do. So, okay, so that's going to wrap up this episode. We'll figure out anything else I want to do in the next episode. I guess even I know that I probably want to do this attack. Can you still attack? You can. And you already attacked, but you can still attack. It might even be better if I do it without armored cars. I think this guy has to move forward now, this first army. Yeah, I think so, because now we're not going to worry about these guys anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, he did leave this group. See, we really wish we could be right here. Or even, well, right here would be ideal. We could do it. We could build a road in there. It's just, no, actually, you cannot build a road into the high mountains, I think. We'll find out next turn. Well, 3 turns, whatever. Okay, anyways, we'll figure out the rest to do next turn. These guys are okay at 80% proximity anyway. And I think that we're going to find the cows can easily roll their opposition. I'm glad that they wasted their bonus this turn. Hopefully they won't have it available next turn. And if they can move forward, they will allow me to punch in and hopefully take some cities. So, that'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, and until the next episode, take care.